We're in Torah Samach Vav in the 4th paragraph of Dalid. Yesterday we talked about that the concept of a person's speech, the shleimus of dibur gets stuck in his throat. When it gets stuck in his throat, it cannot come out. Then, therefore, if it cannot come out, therefore nothing can come into actuality. But if it comes out, then things that he says could actualize things in life, because he explained that everything you think goes in a very dakus way into your speech. Everything you say goes into the action in a dakus way. So the more your speech is in shleimus, then it could bring out into actuality more things. Okay. We said that specifically, in order to bring something out properly, the dibur is nothing by itself. It has to have the dekurot of the dots and letters. And dots and letters make the letters actualize. Why? Because if you have a Hebrew letter without any dots, you can't even say what that is. Like if you have an aleph without any dekurot, it's nothing. There's no sound. There's no sound. It's nothing. There's no. It's just a potential type of thing. What Zohar said. Okay, so now we said that in accordance with. So we said Nekudat HaKesef. We said, as a pasuk says, Nekudat HaKesef. Therefore, Nekudat in Baruch Nis represents desire. So therefore, when you have desire to the things you're saying, then they're able to actualize things more. Okay, and how do you get desire? Is when they bring upon from above menias, meaning in accordance with the amount of blockages, the person obstacles you have for a certain thing, that'll build up the desire to break those obstacles.
So the obstacles are actually different.
The obstacles are for you to bring desire, to bring what you really want out. The emes. That's it. Look at all the obstacles. Every time you have a new obstacle, you have to break you have to get to a new level of shleimus in your dibur, to bring out things the poel. Okay, so now, zebechinat tet nekudin, tet rekin. These are the 9 nekudin, the 9 different types of how do you say nekudis in English? Vowels, yeah. Which are the 9 heavens it talks about. Okay, nekudos and bechinat rekin. Nekudos, vowels represent firmaments, which are called menios. Okay, menia bechinat rekia.
Are they 7 or 9?
So here it says 9. It's an interesting thing because you learn in the other places it says a 7. So where's so in the nekudos you have 9 nekudos. If you don't, I guess you don't. There's no malchus.
Is it like 2 that are doubled up or something?
I think maybe there's no malchus. Let me see. Keter chochma bina. Actually, I don't think it was it. Keter chochma bina. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9. The way it counts the 9 is there's no nekuda for malchus. The last one was shuruk, which is also called malafum. Okay, which represents the yesod. Yeah, no, the shuruk is this one. It is the vav with the dots. The shuruk. Yeah. No, malafum is shuruk. It's the same thing.
Same thing.
Yeah.
I thought we had two names for it.
It's the cucumber.
We had
Yeah.
two names for it.
It's cucumber.
Malafafon.
Oh, malafon.
Close.
Okay, the Torah
Cucumbers, malafafon.
Torah Lamadalad, it talks about the malafum. It talks about why the yesod is connected to this thing. There's a whole discussion there. We learned it one time back in the day, but it discusses the malafum. So malafum is the yesod. So l'chor from here to here you have 9. Okay. So that represents. So we're going to see that the nekudas are also considered rakiyas. Why? So menia b'chinat rakia. A menia represents a rakia, which is a masach, which is a screen. Shemafrish u'misech lifnei ha'adam. It's a screen that goes before the person, and mon'o min davar, and it stops you from the thing that you want. A screen. Like this is a masach.
Like Masecha.
Oh yeah, like also it's like a mask. You know, they have it in the. Some people wear the mask sometimes. Call them masecha. Okay, it says in the pasuk, Elokei masecha lo taseva.
That's Avodah Zarah.
The God of the mask, don't make yourself. Yehi rakia Vayihi Mavdil. So it says God made the Rakia, and that was the separator between this place and that place. Therefore, the Rakia represents a separation, a barrier. Shrakia b'chirat miniya shemafrish mavdil ben choshek ve'nechshak. It separates the one who desires from the thing he desires. Al ken gam eretz nikrat rakia. So too the land is called the rakia, as it says l'rko aretz alamayim. We said, okay, ki gam eretz hi shetach mavdil mafrish. The land is a terrain that separates from what above and what below it. Okay.
So the shorish just means to separate from rakia. It's a separator.
Yeah. So actually, it's interesting because why is he mentioning the land here? Because we're saying the Chora, it's not part of the 9 rakiyas, but it's part of the land represents the malchus. So the 9 rakiyas is the first 9 spheres. The land is the malchus is also separated, but it's not part of the 10 rakiyas. Okay. Okay. The nekudas are made through cheshek. Ve'ikar cheshek al yedei miniya. The main desire is through the thing that's blocking you, which is the rakia canal. V'yesh tet nekurin, tet rakin, ki yesh kam v'chirat b'hanecheshak. There's 9 different nekudas, which are the 9 heavens, because there's different types of things that a person desires. Ki yesh nechshak l'mayla me. Because you have one above the other. You can desire one thing, you desire another thing, and there's levels within what you desire. In accordance with the great levels of the thing you desire. So too you have to have the strength of the thing that you desire. Therefore you have a very big maniyah. And through this you get the nakuda. See, it's from kamatz until shuruk, which is the malachum. It's one above the next. One heaven above the next. One desire above the next. In accordance with the thing that's being desired, there has to be a relative desire towards that thing. Shibichinat in nakuda, which is the nakuda, which is the rakia. Ki nakuda nasit al de rakia, because the nakuda is created through the rakia, which is the mania. Ad sheyesh nechshak shubichinat kamatz. Okay, when you get to the highest level, which is the keter, which is the kamatz, you have a desire for the kamatz. So kamatz is kamitz usatim. It means hidden away. Okay, what's kamitza? So when you grab something with your hand, so it's hidden inside the hand. Okay. Shubichinat nakurat kamatz. Shulamal mikol nakurat is the highest level of nakurat. Tianechshak kamitz ustim od, because this thing that you desire is very, very hidden away. So you want to basically get to the level of desiring the most hidden thing, because it's the most valuable thing to desire. And therefore, to get to that thing that you would desire at the highest level will bring about the most amount of manias to get that. Yeah, okay. Because the heart.
Then the desire pushes to that.
Yeah, so the desire pushed there, but it's hard to make it up to that level because you'll be pushed away by all the blockages to get there.
But so that
If you really want it, if you still really want the truth, highest. Okay, so now what is he talking about? What's the desire of the keter? I didn't have any idea. It's a Torah that's satim, the hidden Torah. It's the hidden Torah. That's what it is. Because you can learn a lot of the things, and you need to push past to get more and more and more, in more depth inside of the Torah that you can get. Whatever a person desires in truth, he for sure could bring it out from potential to actual. Nothing could stop him. No blockage, no unnatural circumstance. He has to have a very big desire in accordance with what he desires. This you can understand from the blockage itself. When you see the mania getting really strong, and it spreads itself and stands before you, and it stops you a lot. You should know that whatever you desire is very big because of this big blockage that's putting itself in front of you. You have to strengthen yourself, have to be very, very strong in it. In accordance with what you desire and the blockage that's stopping you from getting it. Then for sure you could do it. Okay. כי לאדם לפתור את עצמו, למצוא לעצמו תירוץ על ידי המניע לומר שהוא חפץ לעשות אותו דבר רק שאי אפשר לו מחמת מניע והאונס. Don't come and make excuses that I really want this thing, but it's too hard for me to get it, therefore I can't do it. על כן יהיה נחשב לו כאילו עשו. Because then it's as if you did it. As the sages say, חשב לעשות מצווה. Because if a person wanted to do a mitzvah and then he became an ones, okay, which means a forced situation came that stopped you from doing it. Okay, you wanted to do a certain mitzvah and then an unnatural circumstance came about that stopped you from doing it, and there's no way for you to do it, right?
Okay.
So it says you didn't do it. The Gemara says it's as if you did it.
You had the desire.
Yeah. Why? If a person actually has an honest and unnatural circumstance, then it's considered like he did it, as the sages say. But all this is only talking about someone who wants to be yotzeh. I fulfilled what I need to fulfill. Okay, fine, you did it. But then you're yotzeh in it. Because what could you do? You have an honest. It's too hard of a situation. You can't do it. Whoever doesn't want to go out. He wants the mitzvah in it of itself. Or the thing that he wants to do in Kedusha. He really wants that thing itself. Well, how does it help him if he says, "Oh, I'm yotzeh on that thing, I'm good now"? It doesn't help him because he didn't actually do it. It doesn't cool his mind off at all. He really has a strong desire to do the thing itself, the mitzvah itself, and not to be yotzeh as a ki'ilu, like as if he did it. That an Israelite man, it is fitting for him that he should finish his desire and his will in all matters of kedusha from koch to poil. Therefore, if you really want it be'emes, they don't make karer dato klal. He doesn't cool off his mind at all. With the fact that if he's honest, it's as if he did it, then he for sure will do it. And bring it from koch to poil. You're going to break all the things that are holding you back and all of the unnatural circumstances. They only come for your cheshek, your desire. And when you have your desire, they're fitting for that thing. Okay, then the honest and the mania become nullified. Okay.
But when you have the ability, then you don't get the free pass?
Meaning to say, you could say, I want to do this thing, but the situation in front of me made it impossible for you to do it. Okay, so then you could say, fine, the Gemara says if you wanted to and you couldn't do it, then it's as if you did it.
Yeah.
But you say it's not good enough, because really, that should bring a stronger desire, and you actually do it in truth. You actually could do it. Okay? This is what it says, Vayared Mitzrayma. When the Jews went down to Mitzrayim, it's Anus al Pia Dibur. Okay, Anus means a forced situation on the word of speech. What does that mean? Kisha Dibur Yared Mitzah Garon. When your speech goes down in your throat, which is the Galut Mitzrayim. Okay? Azayhu Anus al Pia Dibur. Then you're in a forced circumstance in relation to your speech. What does it mean? You don't have any vowels to your letters now because your speech went into your throat. Ben to Mitzrayim, because Mitzrayim is the constricted place of your throat. You cannot take it out from the part of your throat. All the manias and anasim come from that thing. What do you say?
Hence I had the great tza'aka from the heart.
Yeah.
Yell from the heart.
Exactly, and this is what it says. That through your person's speech not being in a complete state, through that he's in a forced, unnatural circumstance that stops him from doing what he needs to do. As it says, since the person needs other people, his world turned dark. The word dark, chashach, is the same word as menia, a blockage, as it says in the pasuk. Lo chashach memeni, lo chasachta et bincha. Which means when you need all the other people, then you have blockages. So the blockages come from not being be'emes, which means your speech is now in the galus. And this is what it means.
So
the world.
Play on words, sort of choshek and chasach.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what he's doing here. He's showing you that there's a correlation.
Right.
That a lacking of some sort is also choshek.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And this is what it means. The world is dark for him. You're between the world. As a yesh lo meniyot, you have blockages, and you cannot pray in emes because you need other people. It's better for him to pray by himself. If a person doesn't need other people, he doesn't need anything from other people, right? No honor, no money, no, all these different things. He can stand with 1,000 other people and pray in truth to Hashem alone. He doesn't need anyone else, not for parnas, not for kavod, not for anything else. He's only relying on Hashem, and this is what it says: "Ma'aseh b'chasid echad shehiknitatu ishto v'lach v'lan."
His wife got angry with him.
Yeah, what was
it? Was Erev Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah,
and he went to sleep in the base of Kavaros, not to be tried by anybody, in general.
Yeah. And he heard two. He heard the spirits talking with each other.
Spirits talking one with another.
Yeah.
And they told about secrets that would happen later on.
And that year, what's going to be in the year?
Whether or not this crop would go okay, the rains would come.
Right. They're talking about Parnasa, as the Gemara says. His wife got angry, is Charon Af. The two ruchas we said, the higher one and the one in your body, which is done through the sweetening of the Charon Af, the anger, which is bringing from Koch to Pol, and this is the Talui in the concept of Parnasa, because then you break from Koch to Pol. He did not reveal more how the whole Torah is in the Gemara here. Okay, that's the end of that. Okay, now